From being completely ignored
Give me all the money! It's got the boxes! Give me all the money!
to accidentally setting himself on fire. These are 10 robberies that went completely wrong. It was just before 7 p.m. at a smoke shop in Compton. The store was quiet, and the security guard was behind the counter when 4 men suddenly walked in. One of them pulled out a gun and pointed it right at him. The guard quickly reached for his own gun. That's when shots were fired. One robber tipped over another, and everywhere turned into a mess. The robbers ran toward the front of the store, hiding behind shelves while trying to shoot. The guard stayed behind the counter, wearing a bulletproof vest that saved his life. Later, one of the robbers, 18-year-old Justin Culberson, arrived at a hospital with a gunshot wound but died that night. Another suspect, Cameron Nettles, was caught the next day. He pleaded not guilty to attempted murder. He later passed away while in custody at Men's Central Jail.
Everybody get down! Give me all the money! It's got the boxes! Give me all the money! Get down! Hello? Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money?
This man was ignored after trying to rob a nail salon in Atlanta. He walked into the shop holding a bag in one hand and hiding his other hand inside it, pretending to be packing a weapon. He shouted at everyone in the store, demanding money. He kept waving the bag around like it was loaded with something dangerous, but no one seemed to care. He tried again, moving toward the man behind the machine. But instead of panicking, the man answered a phone call, completely ignoring him. He turned his attention to a woman who appeared to be an employee.
Where's the money?
He grabbed her phone and held it in his hand, looking around the salon for a moment before realizing no one else was reacting. Finally, he left on his own, empty-handed except for the phone he had snatched, which was later recovered by a police officer. An attempted robbery inside a small store quickly turned into a deadly confrontation. 2 young men walked in armed and started demanding money from the employee working behind the counter. The worker tried to cooperate at first, raising his hands and moving slowly while the suspects continued shouting. When they turned, the employee reached for a gun near the register and fired at both of them. Around 4 p.m., a man walked into the phone market store pretending to be a normal customer. He had a hoodie on and asked to see some phones. The shopkeeper handed him one to check. While he was taking a look at it, he tried to make a run for it. Little did he know the front door was locked.
What makes us highly forced to do it? Come on. Someone's coming in.
The shop's owner told Metro News that he put in the door locking system in 2020, and thanks to it, the thief didn't get away with 1,600 pounds worth of phones. An off-duty military police officer's simple trip to the pharmacy with his family turned into a deadly shootout in Brazil over the weekend. He went to a pharmacy with his wife and young son when two armed hooded men rushed in and tried to rob the store. One of the attackers pointed a gun at him, but he was ready. These people were going about their day when these two thieves came to rob them. One man wearing a black helmet pulled out a gun while a woman in a red helmet was his partner in crime. They grabbed the customer's phone, not realizing that he was actually a police officer. His partner panicked, grabbed a bag, and ran, leaving him behind. What you just saw is a video of a failed robbery attempt. He crashed a silver Mercedes through the front door of the Al Marjan restaurant and rushed inside. He poured a flammable liquid from a red jerry can across the floor in the bar, slipping and sliding as he went. But what he didn't notice was the liquid splashing back on him. This 80-year-old convenience store owner was about to face a robbery attempt, but he wasn't about to back down. His employees had warned him about rising robberies in the area, so he was ready. He had recently installed high-definition security cameras. When they entered the store, he used a shotgun to shoot one of the robbers in the arm. The thieves retreated and ran back to a stolen BMW X3 parked outside.
Hey!
Open it now.
No, don't open.
Open it.
No. Let me.
Open.
He tried to rob a cell phone store, but the employees stayed calm and refused to cooperate. Instead of handing over the cash, they walked out with the customers and locked the door behind them, trapping him inside. The store was basically a cage, with bars on the windows and the door, leaving him trapped. He tried to shoot the lock, but it didn't budge. When he had no options left, he dropped to his knees and started pleading for help.
Please, 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 I have nothing, please, 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 please.
But his prayers weren't answered. The police arrived shortly after and arrested him. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He was already on probation for a past robbery at the time. A man pulled a gun on the clerk while he was ringing up his order. The clerk stayed calm and stared right back at him. After failing to scare him, he left with what he bought. The clerk won the standoff without anyone getting hurt, proving that sometimes staying calm is the best weapon of all.